Our situation of concern. Digital artists often collaborate. While the art creation process takes place mostly on screens, collaboration is often easier sharing not just screens, but being present, side by side. Working alone, communicating via Slack, Skype, or phone can often be people staring through screens, needing to collect their thoughts and work into an already organized fashion before sharing with others. Something is missing, but it's hard to define exactly what. So our problem space and concern is not filling this hole, but finding new possibilities for opening the flow of informal communication about collaborative tasks remotely. Before defining the problem, in order to investigate remote collaboration between artists, we conducted a cultural probe to find out the kinds of workspaces digital artists work in, alone, and how they communicate about their tasks in a formal fashion. We got 4 artists with varying skill sets from AOE to contribute. We asked them to send pictures of their workspace and to fantasize about the kinds of things they wish they could do before and after working on a style transfer task. Then we asked them to explain, using only text, to an imaginary apprentice some heuristics for working with style transfer. The responses range from vague to creatively evocative. After this, we followed up with short, unstructured interviews about issues with their current collaborative process. As this was our first human-centered design investigation, we concluded that we had good prima facie evidence that something was missing from remote artistic collaboration using only traditional text, voice, and video chat-based tools. Yet more investigation was necessary from a wider variety of stakeholders to see whether collaboration was well supported outside this narrow sample of only screen-based artists.
Anne and Ivana are art teachers at a local high school. Both have had an extensive history in physical and graphic art domains, but for the last 15 plus years have really loved teaching children, and even now get excited seeing the students achieve from the collaboration with them as art teachers or with experts they bring in from the greater community. The students from Anne's classes have a regular collaboration with Art Waves, where the students' works are exhibited in an art gallery. Anne mentioned it was really important to have a professional exhibit, so there is always a curator who collaborates with the teachers and the students to ensure the work is worthy of the exhibit. Ivana found that collaboration on a regular basis is essential to make sure everyone is on the same track and have the same goals in mind. For the students, collaboration is a good way to have them all motivated and working to create a great product. Anne worked as an expert mentoring a beginner art teacher from Blackwater State High School and always found it difficult getting the right information across, and sometimes what was said was completely misunderstood. They communicated via email and phone conferencing, but it was very frustrating sometimes. Both Anne and Ivana acknowledged the benefits of technology in teaching and how it can help the students collaborate with professionals from around the world or a world-renowned art gallery. The experience the students could gain would be incredible and fulfilling. The main concern for them is the cost of technology and training required to maintain that technology.
To facilitate a good understanding of the space of collaboration with artists, we have researched one of the big players in this space. The UAP consultancy at Northgate in Brisbane's north side is one such player. David and myself went to a meeting on Friday with UAP's senior art curator, Natasha Smith. At this stage, we are still in talks to have a big tour of the facility in Northgate and to have a full team meet and greet with the design studio to run through some of the innovative ways this company uses technology to collaborate over art and design jobs across the world. Why UAP? The reason we decided to approach UAP was that they are a big player in this space. The company works across 3 different outlets based in New York, China and Brisbane, so the ability to gain insights of their process will be of immense importance because their business is constantly collaborating across vast distance and with up to 130 art and design professionals. The company uses some cutting-edge methods to allow for achieving the outcomes in these large projects. The facility at Northgate resembles a series of aircraft hangars with huge projects laid out and in various levels of development. The company designs a lot of street and urban art projects that need the inclusion of several design professionals to contribute to the project's delivery. The aspects of collaboration is also one the team wants to investigate so the project outcomes can be designed to be inclusive of multiple art and design professionals working in collaboration.
Computer-supported cooperative work endeavours to provide people with computer technology that enhances group interaction and collaboration. Johnson 2013 elaborates how these types of technologies connect people and facilitates communication through using computers and provides conceptual models coupled with technology to manage, mediate and assist the collaborative process. Many digital collaborative tools are confined to desktop applications for use in work environments. Communication between groups was often via phone conferencing and more recently, video conferencing. Many systems, though innovative at the time, had their limitations. Systems like video window and teleconference room presented people with a remote environment but had problems with people's presence and where to look at each other, while Hydra provided separate screens and maintained the individual gaze and was not able to replace the sensation of personally being there. Much prior research has already focused on the design of CSCW for 3D environments. Benz 2014 has focused on the methodology required to develop such systems to match the context of use. A number of key areas of concern have been identified as a result of this methodology. Multidisciplinary use requires the efficient and easy implementation of a range of tools. Understanding the individual knowledge requirements of each discipline is a key requirement for this. The second main area of concern is the awareness of users through understanding of a number of considerations regarding the information sharing, co-presence, visual cues, and interaction paradigms. Lastly, the interface development needs to be concerned across a multitude of users in local and remote environments. Identified benefits of the 3D CSCW are that first, that there can be an efficient visualization and evaluation of concepts by multiple stakeholders in a synchronous or asynchronous environment. Second is the improved engagement by users within an immersive environment.
Current solutions. There are currently many tools and applications for artist collaboration. These are mostly focused on digital art or general collaboration. Some of the major programs that contain the most functionality are Envision, Concept Inbox, and Go Visually. These are mostly used alongside other programs such as Skype or Slack for conferencing and group communication. The main features these provide are tools for conferencing to help communicate over visuals, such as screen sharing, group cursor capture, and live editing from participants. Team management tools, such as workflow managers, storyboards, version control, and shared workspaces. And visual feedback tools, such as sticky notes, drawing, or marking designs.
In the HCI literature on gesture, one of the most canonical prototypes was Tang Miniman's 1991 work, The Video Whiteboard. Ostensibly, this was a way for two people to share the same drawing space, but as Buxton points out, what made this project sublime was the addition of the sharing of each sketch's silhouette.
We have been observing film students who have been editing together. The task during the observation was to find background music and do some fine-tuning of the cutting. Looking through the clip, we can spot that the two members who are monitoring what the editor does helps a lot with the focus and gives input of how the material shall change. They use a lot of gestures as pointing to the screen or illustrating what they mean. Here's a clip showing that. When the editor gets stuck, she immediately gets gestural help to solve the issue.
Hur gör man för att vara en gottgörare? Den bit. Ingen aning. Okej.
Jo, vänta, du tar... Jag tror du tar den.
Vill du sätta det här?
Nej, den tror jag tar.
Ja.
Och så drar du ingen bit.
Yes.
Looking through the video, we can spot 11 times where the middle person is pointing or making gestures to illustrate what he wants. Pointing and gestures occurs in nearly all the interactions between the members and therefore can be interpreted as a powerful tool for collaboration. Here's another example of that.
Kan vi dra ut kanske i så fall när hon går?
Ja, i början ja. Alltså i början av det klippet.
Ja, exakt. Så att man ser...
Vilken? Den
När hon
klipp
går
som kommer
någon-
efter.
Hela bilden på någon bond.
Den här. Den där.
According to Cash and Mayer, as of last year, significant challenges remain in describing the myriad ways gesture plays a role in creative and design processes. Gestures have a long history in HCI, CSCW, and computer-supported collaborative design investigations. Yet the trouble has been that gestures themselves are often idiomatic and specific to cultures, disciplines of practice, and domains of knowledge. On top of which, as Donovan et al. Point out, gestures can be improvisational. They argue that in light of this situation, trying to recreate the capacity and environmental immersion of physical co-presence is a fool's errand. Instead, they suggest that a better strategy is to focus on creating a tool that supports particular interactions, so that users, as bricoleurs, can choose the ones that support their needs. We decided to take Donovan et al.'s advice, and based on our investigations with the AOA team, the artist teachers, and the background research, we decided to focus on supporting three aspects of gestural interaction: deictic gestures, shared workspaces, and swift communication repair. Hence, our one-sentence problem statement is to design a remote collaboration tool that visual digital artists can use to gesturally communicate about 2D, 3D, and time-based visual art in a way that supports easy deictic gesture, swift miscommunication repair, and creating a shared workspace. Hey John, how's Beijing?
Oh, the dumplings are amazing.
Awesome. Do you want to show me that video that you've been cooking up?
Yeah, sure, I'll show you what I've been working on.
Great, I'll just get set up and put on prototype 1.
If you just check out this section here, do you think it should be sped up?
No, it looks okay, just leave it the way it is, but I think that other bit should come first.
Yeah, but also saving that other one for the money shot.
Sounds like a plan. Cool. Finish it up, send me a copy.
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Bye.